The British Armed Forces, hit heavily in recent years by budget cuts, are set for two big milestones.
The Queen will come here to Rosyth Dockyard just outside Edinburgh in early July to name the first of two new aircraft carriers being built at a cost of more than £6 billion. I'm standing here on the flight deck of HMS Queen Elizabeth, the new flagship of the Royal Navy and the largest warship ever built in the UK. Her scale is simply breathtaking. At 280 metres long, you could fit 3 football pitches along her length, end to end.
Well, it's certainly the largest warship that's ever been built for the Royal Navy. It's 65,000 tonnes displacement. That's about 3 times the displacement of the biggest ship in the Navy at the moment. It involved about 10,000 people across the country and throughout the rest of the world as well, and into Europe. It's been built in 6 different shipyards right across the country and then brought in pieces here to be assembled here in this dockyard.
And the jump jet variant of the new F-35 stealth fighter will make its international debut in the UK before becoming the main weapons system of the new Royal Navy carriers. BAE Systems, the UK defence contractor, is involved in both programmes, which are due to fill the hole left after the UK scrapped the previous fleet of carriers and their complement of jets.
Here in Walton, at BAE's main fighter jet development site, Royal Navy and Royal Air Force pilots are already using simulators to familiarise themselves with operating the F-35 from the deck of the new carrier.
But while the armed forces will have to wait until the end of the decade before ship and aircraft become fully operational, the financial benefits to BAE should kick in sooner. The BAE-led carrier programme might appear to be the bigger of the two, given that the company only has a 15% stake in the F-35 programme, but it's the F-35 stake that could make this project, led by Lockheed Martin of the US, BAE's biggest earner for years to come.
It's extremely large. I think it's probably going to be the single largest programme by the time you get to the end of the decade, and the Typhoon programme is fading, the carrier's finished. Nuclear submarines are still big, but not nearly as big as F-35 will be. I think it will be approaching 10% of group revenues.
The F-35 is 3 different aircraft built around a common design in a bid to reduce unit cost. It's a truly international programme involving 9 nations. The UK is the second biggest partner after the US, which has allowed BAE to secure more than just a stake in the 138 jets the UK could buy. Armed forces from 12 countries are planning to buy over 3,000 F-35s. Those projections make it the world's biggest ever defence procurement programme, with the US alone looking to spend $400 billion on 2,500 jets.
Here in BAE's state-of-the-art factory in Samlesbury in northwest England, they're making the aft fuselage and the distinctive split V tail for every F-35. They are then shipped to the US to Lockheed Martin's final assembly line in Fort Worth, Texas.
So the scale, scope and complexity of the F-35 programme is beyond that of any other programme on the planet. The value of the programme is expected to be around 1.5 trillion over the life.
But, like the carrier programme, the F-35 is running behind schedule and over budget. There are concerns that ongoing development problems with this highly complex programme will mean the aircraft will miss the target to become operational with the US Marine Corps late next year. Critics say advances in Chinese and Russian radar technology will defeat the F-35's much vaunted stealth capabilities in the near future. Others argue building 3 aircraft based on one design has led to compromises on performance, raising concerns that not all projected sales will materialise.
The risk is actually that the build rate goes higher and they end up selling a lot more than 3,000 aeroplanes in the fullness of time.
Lockheed Martin rejects all criticism and is waiting for a commitment from the Pentagon that would trigger full-scale production. It's only then that the jet's contractors, including BAE, would reap the full rewards. Mark Odell, Financial Times, Salisbury, England.